Welcome back, everyone.
Part two, here we are.
Today we have What If Part 2 in the Electric Boogaloo. That's stupid. Don't do that. Don't put that in there.
Who are you going to kill in part two?
Back by popular demand from last week, I'm going to do a whole nother batch of What If little clips. Let's start it off. First one that got the most comments was on the emergency braking. Can you put it in reverse while driving? Well, let's try it out. And as we're driving, I'm going to lift up, and it doesn't do anything. That would be reverse, because you see reverse is right there. And pulling it up doesn't do anything. It just beeps at you saying, hey stupid, stop doing that, you're driving. Even if we let off the gas, accelerator, see my foot's not on it? It doesn't do anything. It doesn't work that way. Next one is a follow-up to the window, where I stuck my finger in the window like a dummy. Some people said that in the auto setting, it should have a pressure sensor and stop. So I'm gonna stop the car and we're gonna try it out. All right, so we're gonna do the window test. As before, I had the window down and I was actually holding the lever to make it go up. And if I hold that down, I can't force it to stop. So last time I did this, I actually held my finger there and I was holding the button down. I was able to inch my way and stop when I wanted to stop. So I was able to control how much pain I was in. But this time I'm gonna hold my finger there in place and do it. Everyone said in auto, there should be an auto release if you have it in auto. I did not have it in auto the first time. So I'm gonna stick my finger there. Hopefully it senses the pressure and will release. I'm gonna stick my finger here. Just kidding, I was a little smarter this time. I brought a carrot. But that still didn't stop it. But the way that angle's up there and the soft material, I wasn't sure how that was gonna work. That's why I used a carrot, not my finger this time. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna roll the window all the way down, put it on auto, and hold my hand here, like it would be my head. But I'm not gonna use my head. Auto. There is a sensor in there. Actually, that didn't take much pressure at all. That was not much pressure at all to actually release that. That's actually good to know, and it didn't go all the way down either. Oh, that took more pressure than before. Looks like it only goes down just a little bit. That was about here. It looks like it only goes down like 4 inches or so. But it took more pressure up here than at the bottom. So let me put my hand here. That barely takes any pressure at all. Say the passenger has their arm hanging out the window and the driver actually rolls the window up. See what happens. So the window's gonna be down. I'm gonna put my hand here, and on this side, really can't show you, but I'm gonna put auto up on the driver's side. There is. It took a little bit more force, but maybe it's because my arm's extended all the way out. But that's nice to know that those safety features are in the works. It seems like it takes less pressure at the bottom than it does at the top, because it actually pinched that carrot up there. And I brought 2 just in case. All right, I've set the camera up kind of at a weird angle so I can see the door handles, and this is what if you open the door while driving using the handle like everyone said to use. It's an emergency handle, so I'm assuming it works. You have to be driving to actually use this. I'm gonna keep the window down because the reason you don't wanna pull this is it sometimes can pull the window off the track. So I'm gonna lower the window so there shouldn't be any problems with it, and I'm slowly gonna pull this. I'm not gonna pull it really hard to try to yank the cable and all that kind of crap. We're in a parking lot. I don't wanna be a menace to people like someone commented last time. So we're in drive. We're gonna start moving just a little bit. I'm going 4 or 5 miles an hour here. I don't even have my foot on the pedal, but I'm gonna lift up just a little bit, and it opens up. It opens up just fine. So if you want to do the Kiki challenge, this is how you got to use the handle. I'll save you that. I won't do the Kiki challenge. But the other one was, what if someone grabs the door handle on the outside while you're driving? You know, this button doesn't work while you're moving. Does the outside door handle work? So let's do the same thing. All right, we're rolling 4 or 5 miles an hour. I'm gonna reach out the door, push the button, and I got the handle in my hand, and it's not working. It's not going to open up because it's the same mechanism. It's a button type situation, just like the button on the door here. The only reason why you would want to actually try to jump out the car is it's in an emergency. Say you're rolling into a lake or something like that, you want to jump out, you don't want to go into the water. Yes, you are safer in this car. It's the safest car, one of the safest cars in the world. So in an accident, you want to stay in the car, but you may want to get out quickly. If the electronics are off, you want to know how to get out of the car. So the other video, you weren't able to open the doors or the frunk or the trunk while driving because it was in drive and you're not supposed to do those. But what if I already know if you leave the trunk open because I took the paddle boards to the water and it just beeps at you like crazy. But what happens if you leave the frunk open? Does it beep? Does it do anything? Is there a special latch in there? What if? I'm gonna push the button right now. We're in park. I'm gonna push the button to pop the frunk. I'm not gonna go out there and lift it. Obviously you would know if the frunk's lifted before you start driving because it would block your view. What if you came from the store, you hit the frunk button and the trunk button, you were able to fit everything in the trunk, so you didn't need to put anything in the frunk, but you started going. What happens? So I'm gonna put my foot on the brake, put it in drive, and wow, you get a big giant red frunk on the dash. And it says, do not drive. Front door open. You can ignore this if you'd want to. I don't know why you would. Let's hit it and see what happens. Okay, the beeping went away. We have an idiot light on, but it still says over here that do not drive. I wonder if we can swipe that over. Can't do anything with that. But are we able to drive? What if we let off the brake? Can we drive? Can we move? Let's try. Yes, we can. As soon as we start moving, the warning comes back, do not drive. But is there a latch? Put it in park, everything, all the warnings go away, even the bar up there, and it shows you that the front is open. So is there a latch up there? Is there a security latch? Let's go find out. What if we open the door and found out? So as you can see, it's still popped open a little bit, and let's see if we can open it. Nope, there's actually a safety latch, which is really good. So you could actually drive like that. If something happened, you could ignore that. I wouldn't recommend it whatsoever, but it does take quite a bit of force. There's no little latch like you see on one of those, on a regular car with an engine up here. There's nothing to grab that or to release that. What if you hit the button again inside? I heard a little servo when we hit the button, and now we can open it. There is some safety if you do ignore it. You will get a lot of air in here. You'll probably cause some damage, probably force way too much air into the intake, but there is some safety along with that. So those Tesla guys must be smart. Here's one I just thought of. I was able to show you that you can't put it in reverse while driving. What if you held it down? Will it stay in reverse, or will it go into neutral, or what will happen? What if you did something like that? What I'm gonna do here, this is pretty safe. I'm gonna be driving, and I'm going to hold up on the stalk. So holding it won't put it into reverse either. It won't put it into neutral. Obviously it won't go into park that way. You have to push the button to go into park. But that's 2 notches up. 1 notch up is neutral on the gear shifter. So let's just move it up that 1 notch and see what happens. So I'm just gonna move it up 1 and hold it, and you see now we're in neutral. Now we're just coasting. It doesn't give any warning signs that we're in neutral. We are just freewheeling. I got my foot off the accelerator and the brake, and we are just freewheeling. No regenerative braking, nothing. And I can use the brake, obviously. You either have to stop and put it in drive, or push all the way down to put it into drive as you're moving. One more question I'll give to you. What if Tesla went bankrupt? They're not. They're not gonna go bankrupt. They're not even close to that. They still have 400,000 pre-orders plus that have not been delivered. So 10% chance that they go bankrupt. What would happen? What would happen? We would all still have our cars charging electricity at home. The superchargers probably wouldn't work anymore, but they might for a while until they break. Tesla doesn't pay for the electricity on those. We would still charge our cars at home like we do 90% of the time. We would still have an awesome car. We wouldn't get updates, unfortunately, but we would still have autopilot, a lot of great features. If something happened, I guess Rich Rebuilds would have a good career of fixing people's cars for them. But what if they go the opposite of bankrupt? What if everyone was driving an electric car in, say, 3 years? Do we have the infrastructure for that? Do we have the electricity produced for that? These are questions a lot smarter people than me need to answer, because I don't really know the answers to that. I don't think we have the infrastructure. But anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for liking, subscribing, all that good stuff. If you're in the market for a Model S, Model X, or now a P3D, Performance Model 3 gets free supercharging for life with a referral code. There's a link down below where you can place your order. It goes away September 16th, so you need to jump on that to get free supercharging, because after that, it is going away. Elon said it's going away. But anyway, the links are in the description for that and for a way to save some money on accessories through Abstract Ocean and other cool ways to help support the channel. You guys are awesome. Thank you for everything, and I'll catch you on the next one. Have a great weekend.
Which brings us to part 3.